Yeah. So I'm about to get back to these music business videos. I was just on Instagram, and I don't be on Instagram that much. I woke up and I looked at my phone because I just to check if anybody text me, and I seen that I had this response from this guy. He was running some campaign, an advertising campaign on Instagram with his I guess he does social media marketing for independent musicians. You know, I don't know what he does, but I know in his advertisement he said something like, "Don't sign with a record label, sign with a social media marketing agency." And I had to respond to him because, you know, I get what he was trying to do. He's trying to sell his program. He's trying to make money. Ultimately, he's trying to make money. So I get what he's trying to do. And I don't knock nobody that's trying to make money. But, you know, when you use certain words, you say certain things in your pursuit of making money, people who actually are in that business, they may respond to you and they may call you out on bullshit. Because you don't have to say, a lot of times you got to find ways to sell your shit without trying to shit on someone else. Because then when someone else says something, then you're going to look like a jackass. Now, he said, I was just basically telling him that, you know, having a bunch of followers doesn't translate all the time, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful in the music business. I don't know nobody that's really in the music business now that came up strictly off of just having a bunch of Instagram followers. I don't know nobody that's current, that's relevant, that's on the radio, that's hitting charts consistently, that just came up strictly off of just social media. You know, they got that guy right now, Nas, Old Town Road. He got the #1, I don't know if it's the #1 overall song, but he got a hit song right now. And I hear it blew up partly because of social media. But I also looked up the guy, Nas, Little Nas X, I think that's his name, and he has videos and he has content on YouTube. And it wasn't like, oh, he just had this one song and he paid this social media marketing agency and then they did this and that, and now he got a #1 song. I think his success came from time, and he found what worked for him. He became a master of his niche, and that's how that happened. But there's these guys now, they're on the internet and they're trying to push this narrative. And it wasn't just this guy. It was like BET with a couple videos ago. I made the video where they were talking about don't sign with a label. Don't sign with a label. Don't sign your life away. I think it's just all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, I think a good record label is still great. I mean, you can't do it all by yourself. You need a team of people. And so this guy, I almost want to read the response word for word, because it was like, dude, I told him, don't disrespect record labels by saying artists don't sign with record labels, sign with social media marketing agencies. And I think it's bullshit, because essentially a record label is a social media marketing agency. Record labels were the original social media marketing agencies. What do you think? Like, people got this whole social media thing confused, and they think social media just means Instagram. So that's what people just be on Instagram all day, because they feel like, oh, I'm on social media. It is social media. And yeah, Instagram is an outlet for social media, but social media doesn't always come in the form of Instagram. Back in the day, when labels were doing promotion, putting up posters in neighborhoods, having street teams passing out flyers, talking to people, connecting with people, that's a form of social media. Media is anything that you can, it's media. Media can be a poster, if I'm not mistaken. That's social media. You see it, it's relaying a message. The media, you know, the magazines. When you talk about the media, you're talking about magazines also. It's not just, oh, everybody just got this whole social media thing confined to just the cell phone. So they're just glued to the cell phone. Oh, social media, social media, social media. Social media is all around this motherfucker. And it been around. This shit been out before the internet. Social media. Social media is, if the Source magazine writes an article about you and people read it, that's social media, and now people are talking about that article. Oh, yeah. Oh, you heard about this guy LL Cool J? Oh, yeah. He has this. That's social media. Now I'm telling people, my friends or whoever, my peers, about what I read. So social media, record labels been social media marketing agencies. So once this guy said it, once that's the first thing. Once I hear these fucking new guys and they come out and they social media marketing, you don't even know what social media is. This social media shit been going down. You know what I'm saying? And I've been running a social media marketing agency. And that's what I told this guy. He tried to come back with this whole get with the times, get with the times. It's 2019. It's 2019. Dude, I was running a social media marketing agency in 2009. I had a website. It was called ILP, and we did social media marketing for independent artists. Like, this ain't no new shit. Like, this social media thing been going on, and don't let these type of guys fool you. I know they're trying to sell their programs and they're trying to make money, and and it sounds good, but people like this guy, I don't even want to call his name out. This guy's I looked at this little Instagram channel, and he got the little typical videos where he posts little music video. Listen, I don't be on all that bullshit. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. Like, you become successful, and I say it in my book and I say it in these videos. You don't become successful by just paying some social media marketing agency. You become successful by putting out content, by putting out massive amounts of relevant and good content that causes people to react. And that's your social media. That's your content is your social media. All that other shit is a bunch of attention whores. Everyone want to be all up in the camera. It's like I get online and I just see a bunch of people it's like they're looking in the mirror. They're looking at their phone. It's like they're just looking in the mirror, and it's like they're trying to project this image of themselves. But man, put that content out. I mean, that's content. That's a picture is content. I'm talking about the real way to get following and to get established in the entertainment business is to have real content, long form shit where it's thought out, it's planned, people can get into your mind, people can, enter another world. And that's done through making content. This little short flim flam, oh, we just trying to get some followers and try to use it as leverage. And then you go to the label with the leverage. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Like, this guy, I'm not going to say your name, but you're full of shit. I see you got, you have more followers than me on Instagram, but in the real world, you don't have more followers than me. My followers, I have real people that have watched my movies and that come up to me and say, oh, I grew up on this. I grew up on Criminals Gone Wild. When I was in middle school, we were watching this, and I may have 2,000 followers, but I've reached so many people in the world with my social media, with my media. Social media isn't all about Instagram. People are so fucking caught up in Instagram, it's disgusting. It's like, it's this new addiction. They just looking at Instagram all day scrolling, and I catch myself in that shit sometimes scrolling through, but I swear you gotta make this long form content. YouTube is I don't work for YouTube, but realistically, YouTube is the best platform to build your brand. I don't really promote this short form Instagram content stuff. I mean, there are people who are famous off of Instagram. They call it Insta fame, but that shit is confined to that app and that phone. And if the minute Instagram go down, then all that shit go down too. And there were a lot of people on platforms like that, like Vine. And they had this big following on Vine. And then when that shit shut down, that shit just, if you didn't know how to translate that shit and move that shit around, you were fucked up. So the guy says to me, he says, Prezi Snipes, no one was disrespecting anyone's work. But if you took it that way, there must be some underlying insecurity about the service or value that your record label is providing. See, this is a bitch. This dude is a bitch because he tried to, instead of, he tried to throw it back at me like, oh, you must be something wrong with you. Instead of addressing what I said, he just tried to, oh, if you feel that way, you must feel like there's something wrong with you. This is what bitches do. They try to throw shit back in your face. And I'm not talking about women. I'm just saying this is what bitches do. They instead of addressing the issue, they just try to throw it back at you. So then he says, yeah, there must be some underlying insecurity about the service or value that your record label is providing. And I didn't say that just digital marketing alone is what it takes to make it. But social media marketing is all I have used, and I have generated a healthy income from my recording studio, mixing and mastering services, artist marketing services, and the only artist that is on my label is finally generating some revenue. He didn't even say the guy's name. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but he's trying to sell you some fucking... Don't sign with a... He's preaching, don't sign with a label, sign with a social media market. I never fucking heard of this guy. And I'm sure you haven't either. And he don't even want to say who his artist is. But these are the guys that's out here on social media now trying to get you for your fucking money, trying to sell you some bullshit, trying to sell you a fucking dream. I ain't gonna sell you no dream. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you the truth. You gotta put that work in. Don't think you're just gonna pay somebody unless your pockets is long. But even then, it's like you'll just be Insta famous. That's that Insta. You're only popular for as long as you can spend that money. You know what I'm saying? The only real way is to make this content, man. That's the only way. That's why I'm sitting here talking to you right now for this long. I'm making my content. That's the only real way. Going back to Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace to him. He made content. He's been making content for a decade. He's made albums. He's made videos. When you search his name, shit comes up. And that's what made him a legend. Now, all of that other stuff, whether you like it or not, whether you like somebody, whether you're blood or whatever, it's like you had to respect what he's doing because he's made his content and he's affected people and he's affected the world. He didn't run no social media campaign and then he just became Nips. You know what I'm saying? It's like real fame and legacy don't come from running social media campaigns. And going back to the record labels were the original social media marketing agencies. So it says, so he's saying his artist, who he doesn't mention the name, is finally making some money purely from the fact of digital marketing. So I would say one is a fool if you believe that, because I called him a fool. I said, if you think that you could just do social media marketing without having a record label, without having the support of a team and people that really knew marketing from the full spectrum, instead of someone who's just coming from an Instagram standpoint, then you're a fool if you think you're going to have a hit song or have a sustainable music career. I think you're a fool if you think you're just going to spend a couple money on a social media marketing program. And I think you're a fool. And then he responded to me and he said, so I would say one is a fool if you believe. There again, he's a bitch. He tried to point and throw it back at me. He knows, I don't be lying to people. I don't even be commenting on shit on Instagram and shit like that. I don't even do that. But if I see somebody in my lane, talking about a topic that I'm fond about, then I'm gonna call you out. You know what I'm saying? So I would say one is a fool to make to think it's not possible to make it in the industry purely from only utilizing social media and digital marketing, because actually you can. Yeah, you can, but like I said, who's on the charts right now? That's just some social media motherfucker. Like I said, you got that Lil Nas X guy, but how long is that gonna last? And I'm not trying to diss him. I hope he has a long career, but how long is that? The people that are on the charts right now, these are people who build legendary catalogs of media, of social media. They've been doing it for decades. And that's why these guys stay on the charts. And that's why when these guys pass away, they're called legends. It's like, what it says? It's 2009. Times have changed. You can't be too romantic about how things used to be. Romantic about how things used to be. you know, it's just, this is bullshit. You know what I mean? And I replied, this guy's probably gonna block me. You can't be too romantic about how things used to be. Like I said, dude, I was running a social media marketing agency in 2009. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't believe these guys, man. There's a lot of fucking bogus ass people on the internet trying to sell you this whole don't fuck with record labels, do this whole, everybody wants to have this independent spirit shit, but even when you say independent, that doesn't mean it's just you. That doesn't mean, oh, it's just, I'm independent, it's just me, I got my social media, you know, I'm just the artist, I'm the record label, it's like, yo, this shit is a team effort, like in team of record label, represents a team. Now, if you sign with a major record label, that's a different thing. But like an independent record label is good. It's not a bad thing. Like, and that's just this narrative they're pushing right now. You know, don't sign with a record label. Don't sign with a record label. And I'm tired of hearing it. It's bullshit, man. Don't believe. You know, it's up to you. You can believe what you want. If you want to pay these fucking guys, these clowns on the internet, talking about social media marketing, then go ahead. Social media marketing been fucking going on. This ain't no new shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say about this, man. This is a long video. I'm gonna just put my fucking, I gotta edit this shit now. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.